James, so segment on the bounce this weekend against Partick Thistle, is it giving you a lot more motivation heading into Friday's derby?
No, I don't think you need motivation going into a derby. But what it has, it's taking the derby out of the equation. It's been a good performance. It's been a performance I think that we've been crying out for in terms of controlling a game. We felt really comfortable late on, although jumping about in the touchline I maybe didn't look so comfortable, but that's urging the team on. But no, I thought we were defensively as a team we were very, very good on Saturday, and it's a big 3 points for us.
How does training differ for the side when you've got a week with Christmas Day and Boxing Day in it? Does it affect how you plan your training?
No, no, look, everybody in that dressing room's been involved. I've travelled a couple of times in Christmas Day. It's part of the job. It's a great period for everybody. You get to spend time with the families. Everybody enjoys Christmas. Obviously, I've got 3 young kids, so well, 2 of them are really excited. One of them's only 5 months, so she's no idea. But no, it's when you've been in football so long, it's another week.
And you've got a quick late kick-off on Friday. Again, does that really affect how you prepare for that? Is it different in terms of keep stamina up throughout the day before you head on the pitch?
No, as I say, every single player in there's played. It's like playing on a Tuesday night. It makes no difference whatsoever. They've all done it. We've played in games at night. We've played in early kick-offs. It alters how when you have your food or whatever. But that's it. It's a different kick-off time.
We spoke last week about how the players got disappointed when they came in after the victory against Dunfermline because they were a bit disappointed about losing the goals. What was the difference in the changing room when they came in apart from Paddy?
I'm still disappointed, which is great again. They felt they should have been a lot more comfortable in the game, but when you speak to them and tell them, he actually did look very comfortable. But I think what they were meaning was Scott Fox was so good in the game. Great save for Graham, wonder save for Graham actually. Kano hits the post, Kano has another one. He has a header, and we had some real good chances in that game, but I love it, the fact they're coming in and wanting more all the time, but we had to settle them down and say, look, this is a real good victory, and looking back on it now, again, this word keeps popping up, but they showed real character, and they showed that they've got the character to see games out. I thought the subs done well when they come on, and look, you're away from home, Partick through everything that is, and we stood strong.
You've had these 2 victories now. How satisfying has that been for you to be able to put the 2 victories together?
It's great because we were on a bad run. We know that we're on a run that's not acceptable for this football club, and the standards that we as a staff demand and that our fans demand. But for me, it's great. It makes my weekend better. But I'm more delighted for the players. I see the hard work they put in, and I don't come out here and say that we're working hard in training just for the sake of it or to please everybody. They do work really hard, and they're buying into what we do. But ultimately, it wasn't shown. And we weren't good enough in that period. But for the fans as well, there were a good amount of them through at Partick, and they got right behind us, and late on they helped us, and it's great for them above all else as well, because it's been a sore couple of years for the fans at this football club, and they are still hurting, as is everybody at the club. So that's the biggest thing. That's what we're trying to do as players and coaches, is to get this football club back to a place where people are proud to come and watch us and watch what's on the pitch.
Friday night, it's really just another game with 3 points up for grabs, but it's the big one.
It's huge. Look, it is. I've played in them. I know what it's like to play in for the atmosphere. I know how good the atmosphere. It's like no other game you play in as a Dundee player or a Dundee United player for that matter. So it's a big one, and it's bragging rights, as I said the last time, for our fans. We've been disappointed in the 2 derbies, and we need to be better. Look, we're going down there and we're confident going down there, but they'll be confident as well. It's 2 good teams in this league. It's the 2 biggest teams in this league, in my opinion, coming head to head. Night time kick off under the lights, Christmas period, so it's going to be a great atmosphere, but we need to make sure we're better than what we have been.
Revenge is probably not a good word to use, but would you say that Dundee are out to avenge the last 2 games?
We're out to get 3 points and to give our fans a good night, and the bragging rights over their mates or whatever. But ultimately, you're right with what you say. It's worth 3 points, but it's an important 3 points. It's 3 points we need, one for a league title, but there's a lot of pride at stake as well.
We're a week away from the transfer window opening up. Is it something that you're hoping to do some business in? Have you been looking at anybody?
Absolutely, yeah. Like I said, as soon as the one closed in the summer, we've actively been looking. It's a process we're in the middle of. We changed a lot of players in the summer, and I don't want to do it every transfer window. It's been happening too often. Some through no fault of people, but a manager comes in and he wants to get his own players in and put his own stamp. We done that in the summer, and it's taking its time, but we were under no illusion that was going to happen. We knew it was going to take time to bed people in and get our ideas and our beliefs across, but we're working hard at that. But of course we always want to. I thought I was finished in the summer, and then a player like Graham Dorrans pops up, so you take him, and what a wonderful player he's been for us so far, and he's got a lot more to give. But yeah, of course we'll keep looking, but we'll be careful as well. What we need to get away from is the chopping and changing all the time. This is going to be a long process, and it's something we're trying to build here.
Without going into details of particular players, because it's not open yet, is there particular areas of the team that you're looking to strengthen in January?
Everywhere.
Still open.
Yeah, no, look, I wasn't looking to strengthen the midfield at the time, and Graham pops up, so if a quality player in any position comes up and it's something we can do, and John and Tim are happy to do it, I'll go to them. If not, then we move on to someone else. But to be fair, players of that quality don't pop up willy-nilly, so that's why we've been working hard, and that's why we've got a process that we're going through. But we'll certainly take our time, but yeah, we're looking at all areas as every team in the league will be doing.
Jordan mentioned earlier on about the spirit in the dressing room and the camaraderie between the playing staff has been first class. Whether the results have been good or bad, it's always been a very positive thing from there. That must again please yourself to know that that's happening in the changing room.
Yeah, but and it's good. But I'll also say what pleases me is they're very critical of each other. Now that's went away from football, in my opinion. When certainly going back to when I started playing with senior players, and I'll name like David Bingham for example. If you were a young boy and you hadn't done something right, then you got it. You were told in no uncertain terms, and it's changed. But that group they get after each other, and they run their dressing room, and they're the first to, when they're not good enough, dig each other out. And of course we've got to do that as well. But there's a good team spirit in there. But that was part of the building process. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to bring a group of players together that were real characters. There was a couple here. Paul McGowan's a real character, and he's a leader. And I think you're seeing just how much he's bringing to the team as well. He's been great. But he's been great for this football club for 5.5 years. But we had to add to that. Meeks obviously come in, and I thought it was fantastic at the weekend. Cammy's been here a while now. But you've got to be careful when you're adding so many new faces that one, they can gel and fit in. And that was one of the things we looked and probably get criticised during the window because we were taking our time over everything. But as I say, there is a process, and there's a way we look at things as a club, and that's running the full way through it. It's about bringing the right character in, not just the right player.
I know it's early in the week, but is there any team news for Friday night yet?
Declan's making progress, so we're hopeful on him. Everybody else seems healthy. Cammy Kerr's playing with a troublesome injury, and Saturday was his best game, so real credit to him. He shows everything what being a Dundee fan's all about, but he's living the dream playing for the club, and I think Saturday showed exactly why I was so desperate to keep him here. He was great on Saturday, as he has been over the last month, but we kind of took him off the grass today, and we'll assess that, and he'll be fine, because there's no way he's going to miss a derby, but he'll be fine. But I think it's a huge credit to Cammy that he's getting through games with the injury he's got at the minute.